Microphone. Hey, test, test. We're live. Hey, folks, how's it going? It's Monday playing Stardew Valley with Lisa, Jeffrey, and Nix. Let's get the game open and loaded. Yeah, all the emotes.
Am I good to join?
Yep, they're ready to go. We've started to load up. Yeah, switch over to the main screen while I'm loading. Slowly getting there. It says not responding, but I'm assuming it's still trying to load. Ah, there we are. Yep, it's all on the screen. Cool. Got audio this time. Last time I well, I'm going to quit as well. I haven't got the seller. Yeah, last time I loaded Stardew up, I had the wrong speakers selected, so I wouldn't get any sound for the whole stream.
Ah, yeah.
So
That one.
yeah, so I had to quit Stardew, reopen it with the right speaker. That was the wrong one to do. Should have been quit to menu, not quit to desktop. Never mind. Let's try that again. I feel it is running a little bit slowly, but there's been a couple of updates recently, so maybe it's not quite as happy. I can see some small updates, but they're only 0.1s. Content patch has got a bit of a jump. Doesn't look like anything major. Right, let's try again. Now, has it actually combined our chats on?
No, I don't
No.
see combined chats.
Oh, interesting. So I did accept it, and we do have the thing open. Share screen, settings. Shared chat. Host can enable shared chat. Oh, maybe Jeffrey's not enabled it.
Maybe.
Host can enable the shared chat during a stream together. Oh, so maybe, yeah, because he...
I feel like you might have gotten distracted.
Yes. Yeah. Because I didn't quit to menu. It still hasn't loaded the seller. But I'll do it. I'll quit and restart the next day. Let's get this milk turned into cheese.
The first word I hear you say is cheese.
Cheese. Hello.
Yes. Hello, you ignored my DM, I'm angry.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend.
Yeah, no excuse. So
Have
where
you-
were you at Friday?
It's just a friend playing locally.
Oh, okay. No, I asked because I wondered, because Friday WWE was in England, so I wanted maybe that was
Ah.
the place you was.
No, that would have been cool, but no, I wasn't there. Oh, have we got shared chats on, by the way? Because I've not seen Larry pop up in my stream.
I asked you.
Yeah, I've clicked on the thing, but I'm not sure if you can turn the chats on and off.
And if you hit double, I wonder how.
Yeah, because if I click on the chat and there, it comes up with that. If I type in my chat, see if it comes up. Because Lisa typed in and... Hey, dealer, how's it going? The fog is coming. What kind of fog you got? Yeah, so if dealer's not come through...
Last time we didn't really have to
No, we didn't have to do
something
anything.
extra, right? It just we said like,
Yeah, it's...
let's try again.
you know that little window that... Yes, let's go to that. I was going to say, that little window that pops up says that the chat can be shared. Ah, got clicked on the one window. Join stream.
Does this help?
Possibly. Not seeing Larry in there again. So on the right hand side, you've got all those little symbols.
Yes, yes.
And then there's above our pictures, there's like a little shared chat thing.
I don't see nothing.
Okay.
Oh, now I see it.
Ah, there we are. Cool. Yeah, it's got a tick box for me now.
I OBS changed that's to my chat. Changed that themselves. I've never added any extra
No.
things.
No, that's no, I think that must be new. I can see the light in my chat now. Are you guys turning the Twitch chat into a communist union? Yes, we are now a union.
No. You know my opinion about communism.
Yeah.
It's
don't
not
like
a communist union, it's an empire.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that's better.
Does the British Dutch combined empire?
Well, we never got to have an empire, I think, because when we were at our biggest, we actually weren't a monarchy.
Ah,
And when we had the biggest empire, we were a confederation or something.
right, gotcha. Was our HJ chat? How's it going, Noe? Hello, hello, highlight.
Yes. Do not
Okay.
remind me of our Belgium about the Dutch Belgium war. It still hurts. I just don't like that they have like a perfect KD against us now. You know, there's never been a rematch.
No. So you want to invade Belgium to get an equalizer?
No. With the current style, maybe like a punitive campaign, but I wouldn't want to own it anymore.
Okay.
It's
So-
a mess.
So you just want a friendly little combat with the Belgians to reclaim it.
Yes.
Not playing for points. In 1839, the Treaty of London made Belgium a fully fledged country. I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't think it was decided by us. It was decided by the Russians, the Prussians, the British and the French.
Oh,
And since the French said yes, the British immediately said no.
Yep.
The only reason being that going against the French decided that Belgium was going to be its own kingdom.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, this people still speak our language.
Hmm.
Mostly. Half of it. Oh yeah, I know Austrians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the whole day because of the fixed things.
Yeah, same. Never mind.
Yeah, I wondered if you were at the WWE show in England.
No, I didn't even know that show was on. I did see that there would be a show. I didn't know it was on Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the gypsies from Romania knew other countries had copper wire. It would have been over in everyone in the early 2000s.
Yeah, they do. The gypsies come from Romania to my country and they steal the copper from our train tracks.
Ah,
It's a thing. Like, it actually is.
I took myself in
I
for
think they
that.
also steal pistachio nuts.
They're quite expensive, so
Yeah, but it's like just a common thief. They just steal things, but they are like targeting copper and pistachio nuts from supermarkets
ah,
and copper from the train tracks. They literally go at night to train tracks and take the copper out.
ah. Yeah, me copper. Yeah.
Then the train have to be fixed and then there's a delay again.
Mm.
But I haven't heard it in a while. But there was a period where it actually was a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we have instances in the UK where metal gets stolen because it's easy to sell for scrap.
But the difference between you and us is that because of EU, etc., like the Romanians, they can go in vans without
Right.
border patrol to our countries, steal
Ah,
some things and go back in the van. To their own
right,
country.
yeah. Yeah, they're a little bit more strict over here now that if people are trying to sell scrap metal, you kind of need to have a proof of where the metal came from. If it looks suspiciously like infrastructure metal, then they go, no. Because they started stealing like the phone wires, because the phone wires are all copper and stuff.
But we all, it's kind of stealing, but also, yeah, it's, how do you say? Officially, I wouldn't say this is an illegal thing, but it is kind of stealing from another country. What they also used to do from Eastern European countries, like in my country, I don't know if it's the same in England. I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but when I buy a bottle, whether they order any drink now, because they also put it on cans. If I buy a beer or a bottle of 7 Up, whatever, I pay like 25 cents on a bottle or 15 cents on a can extra,
Okay.
and when I'm done, I need to bring it back to the supermarket. I put it in the machine, and it gives me a receipt, and then at the register, I get my 25 cents back.
Ah, I've heard of this. This is not something we do in the UK.
So it's
I
too,
know US does it too, but I forgot its name.
Hmm.
but like we do that, and it's for I don't know environment reasons, whatever. It's something recycling,
Yeah.
but yeah. But what I've also heard a lot of Eastern European countries do that, where like bottles of Seven Up and shit are way cheaper.
Right.
They buy the bottles over there for like a lower price than ours. Bring
Okay.
them at mass into my country, then hand them into our supermarkets to get like more money back, and then drive back.
Oh.
And like the idea for our supermarkets, of course, is you already paid that money, so you just get it back. You don't earn on it, but
Right. Yeah. So they're kind of taking the money from the supermarkets for
yeah, I mean, I don't care much. But
yeah. People at the bazaar in my city selling sweets stolen from the trucks. Ooh. Yeah, we have a lot of instances where you have people selling stuff at markets, which you can be questionable where they came from.
yeah, it's like with my old band, with including Light, the drummer, we would go to King's Day. You know, you went to with Ollie,
Yes.
and King's Day is meant for your old crap.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of your games, then a lot of kids they sell games there. You know, the old games they now only play like I don't know Fortnite on an iPad, so they sell other PS2 games and the PS3 games.
Mm. Yeah.
And generally, you will see only like different titles, of course, because it's from a household.
Right. Yeah.
Then once in a while, you see these people selling their old stuff, quote unquote, and it's 55 exactly the same Xbox One controllers. And then
Right.
I'm like, yeah.
Mm.
I don't think this is like a personal, very legit.
No. No. That doesn't sound legit. You see it on Facebook have their marketplace and selling like multiples of one item. You go, what? Who has this many of one item?
Yeah.
You say £2 of the largest Toblerone. Ooh, that sounds quite nice. Holy cheese!
And what is largest? Because there's one was a store in my country,
Hmm.
and I found a 7 kilogram Toblerone.
Oh wow.
I took a picture with it. It's gigantic. Because
Hmm.
when I saw it, I thought it was just a box filled with different ones, shaped as one.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
actually was just one.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's what you naturally get. You go, okay, it looks like a big one, but actually it's got lots of small ones. But no, that's amazing.
It was one solid one. It was like 45 euros.
Wow.
I didn't buy it, but I did take a picture with it.
Hmm. You can feed a family with that Toblerone.
Yeah, this one's 7 kilos.
360-gram ones. Oh wow. They're 4 times more expensive in stores. Yeah, that sounds suspicious. Was it selling at a quarter of the price?
Yeah.
Let's put this over here. Yeah, because it's stolen, of course. Yeah, there's depends on what your opinions are. If you don't mind buying stolen goods, you go, well, I can't really afford it, and I don't mind where they come from. That's why equally you see similar things with you go to like a gig to watch a band, and there's people outside. Not sure they do it in other countries, but in the UK, there's usually people outside selling T-shirts to the band you're going to watch. And they're not T-shirts from the band; they're just prints they have.
I've seen it happen in the United States in parking lots,
Mm.
also in with sport events.
Right. Yeah, I've not seen sport. Maybe seen. Yeah, I've seen unofficial, like obviously unofficial stuff at sporting events. But yeah, every time I go and see a band, there's normally someone outside with all these T-shirts laid down on the ground onto like a big sheet, and they kind of look like sort of the tour T-shirts, but not quite.
No, I haven't seen it here. Have you, Light? Light goes to a lot of gigs as well.
Okay. Bootlegging, not yeah.
Speaking of gigs, in June I had a hotel for King Diamond, right?
Hmm.
Then I found out last week that Whitechapel is playing one day earlier in the same venue where I'm having no hotel. So I called the hotel and told them, hey, can I extend it like one day earlier?
Ah.
Can I make it 2 nights instead of one, and make it one, instead of 11, 12, 10, 11, 12. So it was okay. So now we have 2 days of concerts.
Nice.
One day Whitechapel, other day King Diamond.
Cool.
We're talking about selling fake merch, unofficial merch in front of the venue. Yeah, that was the question. I asked Light something. And if you've ever seen it, because I haven't in my country, that you go to the venue and there's someone already selling band T-shirts in front of the venue. Because I haven't seen it, but I wondered if you have, because you go to gigs often as well.
Just don't care if I'm stealing from corporations while helping someone desperate. That's a fair comment, Dealer. So, helping a small business that only affects a big corporation.
Yeah, Light hasn't seen it either. Light's been to thousands of concerts, and I've been to a lot, especially when I was younger. I would go at least to 2, 3 a month. No, we've never seen it in the Netherlands. I think it's very actively banned here.
Yeah, cause it's something that isn't encouraged, and bands are not happy about it because they're selling merch that they're not getting money for.
I mean, the only thing that might be a little bit similar, but it actually isn't, is that when I went to big festivals, then the festivals had like an allowed market, like a marketplace.
Okay.
In the middle of the festival area, maybe download has it as well, just a market where you can buy other merch and clothes, and even I've been to festivals where there was like a tattoo stand where you could get tattooed and pierced.
Hmm. Yeah, download has
those
those.
stands that I wouldn't think that every single piece of merch in those like stands are 1% official, but a lot are.
Yeah.
I mean, Impericon, right? The company I'm always fighting with.
Oh yes, yeah.
I ordered some stuff from them, and it arrived within a week, by the way, for the first time ever.
Oh.
But let's say Impericon, they also always have like a stand on those festivals where you can buy their merch, So it's 99% it's official, I guess. But if in like some of those stands are 2 or 3 bootleg shirts in there, I mean, it's a chance.
Yeah.
I guess, but no, never a gig with like a focused bootleg seller from that certain gig. No, never.
Yeah. So it must be. Yeah. It's not really much to stop them in the UK, but yeah, pretty much every gig, they're selling that. Went over here because I forgot to say goodnight. Oh, okie dokie. Well, thank you for dropping in, Dealer. Good to see you as always.
Good night. I mean, maybe daytime saving makes remaining time later.
Could be.
I'm not.
Yeah, My knowledge of time zones extends about an hour one direction and 8 hours the other.
Uh,
So I know your
for me,
time
it's the
zone,
other
and
way
then
around.
yeah.
I know UK and I know some American friends, but I don't really have contact with Eastern Europe. So, well, one per like my friend Philly, he lives in 1 hour further away
Okay.
in Finland.
Ah,
I think Turkey is 2 hours.
right.
So is Moscow. And now Eastern US is 6, and like California and shit, I think there are 8 from me, or even 9.
Yeah, I'd say I think it's 9 for you, 8 for me.
Yeah. I remember having like a good friend from Pennsylvania, kind of like lost contact,
Right.
and we used to really like daytime saving moment because we would have like video calls, and
Right.
daytime saving meant 2 weeks of it being less a difference
Ah,
because America is 2 weeks earlier than us.
right. Yeah.
I used to love if WWE had a pay-per-view and we had daytime saving.
Ah, yeah. Not having to stay up so late.
Or they had daytime saving. It would really be. I used to watch it at night
Hmm.
live. So.
So I'd say, sorry for in Dutch we say going from the chop to the branch, but it's a saying that you go from one topic to the other. But going back to Whitechapel, I'm really surprised it was quite cheap. It was 27 euros a ticket,
Ah.
which I say is not much money for a concert.
And we double checked. It's not a tribute band. It's the actual band.
Yeah.
I've
Literally the first thing I asked when he named the price.
yeah, we've done that before. We've well, it was a friend of Ollie's booked tickets to go and see Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
but it wasn't Pearl Jam. It was Pearl Gem. So we got,
Cover band fronted by a guy named Jim or something.
yeah, but they're pretty good, and they sounded a lot like Pearl Jam, but they weren't Pearl Jam.
I mean, a good cover band sound
Hmm.
sound very well, but I almost once had it because it wasn't too cheap. That's why I was like, really? It was
Hmm.
like this full day festival with like 40 bands
Okay.
for 50 euros.
Right.
Headliners was Metallica with
Yeah.
Iron Maiden also playing, and Guns N' Roses and Kiss.
Right.
And I was like for 50 euros I need to go here. And like a lot of other bands I kind of enjoyed. And then I saw Nirvana and I was like, okay, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
And then in a really, really small, it said cover band festival.
Hmm.
But a lot of times a cover band, like, I know there's like a Dutch local cover band here called Up the Irons, an Iron Maiden cover band.
Gotcha. Yeah.
They just have their own cover band name, but this poster really had the legit Metallica logo,
Hmm.
legit Iron Maiden logo, and then in fine print it said, as played by Blackened Metallica cover band, you know, so those kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
things.
Yeah. I saw a poster for a cover festival in the UK. Again, yeah, the logo for the Metallica cover band looks just like Metallica, but the letters are spelling something different. But it looks like Metallica, but they spelt it very, very slightly differently. So yeah, if you just have a quick look at the poster, go, oh, Metallica.
I'm not so sure
Metallica's.
of like. In Dutch, that you have that less in your country, of course. We also find sometimes cover bands that are exactly the name of the original band, but then in Dutch.
Right.
Like you know the British,
Ooh, nice.
very old British, like thrash slash heavy slash black metal band Venom.
Right.
And we have a Dutch cover band called Vergif, which is just Venom in English.
Ah,
In Dutch.
in Dutch, yeah. That makes sense. There's a lot of good cover bands that have completely different names but were like related. Like I say, I went to see a Prodigy tribute band recently called Jilted Generation, which is taken from their second album. So you know who they are and that they're a cover band without them saying the Prodigy in any form.
Yeah, you told me.
Hmm. I do like it. Because as far as cover bands go and names, the one I do like is a bagpipe cover band of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
I know those.
it's very clever.
I always have a certain weird feeling with cover bands. I mean, I'm like, uh, how do you say? I mean, it depends how far they go. But then there's like a cover band for a certain band. Let's say I've seen, maybe it's been the band you went to with Prodigy,
Right.
where I've seen people, they literally do everything, including tattooing themselves and shaving their hair to look like the band, like exactly.
Hmm.
And I've seen that with GGL in the cover band. That
Well,
they really try to become the band as close as possible. And at some point, I always find it weirdly a bit sad how you're so much trying to be
hmm.
a known person, you know, having the same tattoos on exactly the same body parts, you know.
Yeah. Like if it's like a costume and you're kind of dressing up and
Yeah. Sometimes it goes a bit, and then again, who am I? You know, I'll just let everyone have their own way, but I think it's fulfilling. But I always have a weird feeling with it
yeah.
when you go so far to become that one guitar player or that one singer. I mean, like, why are you not just you? You know?
Yeah, so they feel that they want to be someone else so much rather than just being them.
Guitarists, I also see it like, then they buy the exact same guitar and then they make the exact same damages with like a screwdriver, like the
Hmm.
person. It's a bit, some bit sad, in my opinion.
Yeah. Which side gathering has begun? 9 till 6.
I'm going then.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go and check it out.
Oh wait, I forgot the song. I've also seen like a lot of not even cover like tribute ones, but like Jimi Hendrix fans. Because Jimi
Right.
Hendrix used to play right wing guitar, right wing no, right-handed guitar.
Yeah, I'm sure there is such a
Uh,
thing.
no, we probably find one, but
Hmm.
I while being left-handed, so he just flipped it upside down and he changed his things, you know. But it
Hmm.
upside down guitar.
Yeah.
And then there's like, but being right-handed, being right-handed is more common. So there's a lot of right-handed Jimi Hendrix fans, and I've seen those kind of people buying left-handed guitars
Right.
and just to make it have like the same look.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was a bit dumb.
Hmm.
It's Twister on. Someone still need to come.
Yep. Still on the way up.
Feel like it's you.
On the way. Nearly there.
Sometimes I confuse you and Nix because you both have the same beard in the game.
Ah.
Yours is blue.
Yes.
yes. I mean, nothing that interesting here for me.
I have prismatic shard, Bengal sapling, and banana sapling.
I literally
Ooh.
have nothing.
I have everything.
By the way, like, you were right or left-handed? Because I can't remember if I saw you right or left-handed drumming. Oh. For some reason I felt like I remembered left. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, never really considered left-handed, sort of right-hand drumming. I suppose, yeah,
let's do it. Do it.
yeah, I suppose you have certain drummers in places.
Because I know my father told me that he weirdly drums left-handed while he's right-handed when he writes or plays guitar.
Oh,
And he's right-eyed, like most people. I'm left. Only reason I know is because I know I'm left-eyed. Which I found out because of photography.
oh.
And found out while shooting things.
Hmm.
Which means I have a lot of trouble using a rifle because I'm right-handed. I can't shoot left-handed with iron sights because I need to focus with the right eye, which I can't. So I need a red dot or a scope, and in a pistol I can focus with my left eye.
Hmm.
I injured my wrist weirdly. I don't know how because it's my left-handed wrist,
Ah.
and I hold the dogs with my right one, so it's not that pulling. It's not a mouse arm because I'm right-handed. But like I just try to adjust myself in my seat, and I cannot even like lift myself.
Ooh. That's not good.
That's yeah, I understand. Yeah, I couldn't play a left-handed guitar if my life depended on it. I mean, I want to buy his leaves and berries. What kind of music did your friend play?
He's as appropriate to conversation. They're a cover band, so they kind of play. They play like rock covers of pop songs.
Oh, cool.
They finished their set with Backstreet Boys, and the song before that was Taylor Swift, but yeah, done in like a heavy rock fashion. That's pretty good. And they also recall they did Scissor Sisters.
Sounds like it.
But yeah, very good covers, and yeah, done in a heavy style. So you recognise them, but you can still rock to them. There's so many people.
But I know you like to sometimes try to play a bit of guitar. You told me like, do you play left-handed guitar as well? you strum with left? So you're the opposite of me.
Okay, I think I've spoken to all of them. Who's down here? Have I missed anyone down here? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if everyone's done, and
Yep, I think I've done everybody.
Yeah, for me you can start.
I haven't even met most people from Stardew Valley itself yet. I see.
Oh.
There's a Unimo on top left.
Oh yeah.
How long ago did we play Minecraft?
Ooh. Good question.
I don't want it to be dead.
No, I can probably look at my my YouTube as to when the last video was.
I could check my Discord, I guess.
Ah, true. Yeah.
Last time was 2 months ago. What's the temps? Atelos. Am I even logged in? Oh, it still exists, I see.
Ah, good.
It's important.
Yeah.
I will log in myself after stream real quick. Log in and out.
Cool.
Just to make sure that it survives.
Yes. I took some video clips of the gig on Friday. I'll post them up in my Discord.
It's at least 3 months. Could be longer if it's if their servers are not what do you say, very stressed.
Yeah, that's good to know, but you wouldn't want to take the chance otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah. My house is a mess.
Let's get those posted. Have a cup of coffee.
All my animals are there.
Alyssa got up early to water the crops, but they're already done because they've got sprinklers. So glad to see you got this place under control. Abby wants to show me something after dark.
Who?
Abby,
My wife.
yeah. Says come by after 8. I want to show you something.
Then it means you have 8 hearts. She's gonna confess her love to you.
Ah.
By using a Ouija board.
Hmm. That could be fun.
Although it's in her parents' house.
Yeah. It would be interesting if it actually went, if you have a situation like this where it relocates, but that'll be a lot of writing.
No, it's. I still feel like this game was never meant to be multiplayer, anyways. And everything that happens, the village kind of behaves like there's one farmer.
Yeah. It is fair enough, is it? It was never built that way.
Check, I want to. Legend premium bar. I need fur wax.
Oh, I think I've got some fur wax.
You have fur wax?
Yes. I can give you some
Do you
more.
have 30 pieces?
I do have 30 pieces. Not sure where they came from. I have them.
30.
Hmm.
Can do you need them?
No,
Awesome.
I've put them in this my furthest chest, if you want those.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just in here.
You have 31. Are you? No, thank you.
Yeah.
I need those for that certain building I'm making.
Ah.
Farmer. Have you been playing anything lately, Light? I don't have enough
Ah.
stones. I quickly go to the mines. I should be able to get some.
Did I get?
Mm. Anything you're interested in and maybe playing soon? I
Wait.
bought 3 games last week. The new WWE, which you know, because you know I made you.
Hmm.
This is too hot junkie, baby, not too light. I didn't make it light.
Yeah.
The new Bleach game, which I haven't tried yet. Every day I'm said today I'm gonna play Bleach and then play WWE all day.
Yeah, you have to let me know what Bleach is like.
I hope it's good because I paid full price.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it soon.
Hmm.
And then Zelda, where you actually play as Zelda instead of Link.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I have that one. It's very cool.
And you have it?
Yeah, the Echoes of Wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Very cute.
Yeah, I really like it so far. I played it for like a full day
Hmm.
and then didn't anymore.
Yeah, I've not played for a little while. I've been too busy.
How did you lose your Steam account? Also, if it's single player games, you know that I can get you any torrent you want. Or I just give you the website I use and you can get yourself any torrent you want.
Hmm.
Games can be very cheap, as long as they're not multiplayer. I hope I'm in time. I need 70 more rocks. You know what? I'm gonna do a little. I don't want to cheat the rocks themselves. That feels like cheating, so I cheat something else that feels less cheaty.
Mhm.
Gonna get some bombs.
Oh, I found Pierre's secret stash.
That's understandable.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm saving money for my mini vacation with the 2 concerts. Because I also would like to get some, like more than just the gigs. I want to make it like a 2-person vacation for like 3 days. Like to go out to like some nice dinners and shit.
Yeah, it's nice to make a full kind of outing of it.
Yeah.
Especially the price of things these days. You might as well make the most of it.
Well, I'm paying 300 euros for the hotel for 3 days for 2 people. So I'd say that's not that bad.
No. Sounds quite reasonable.
Yeah. And it's like a 30-second walk from the venue.
Yeah.
So that's couldn't be better. Come on, I got 40 minutes left to buy my thingy. Hello, next. Yes, I need something. But now let's hope I have enough money. Oh yeah, definitely. What? Not demolish. Build. Oh, I'm lucky. I was still in the menu because she clicked the wrong thing and then she walked away.
Ah.
But I mean, nice. Hope y'all gave Linus a nice, how do you say, front yard from.
That was me.
Nice. Did you finish Echoes of Wisdom already?
I have not, no.
Okay. No, I wondered if it's a long game, because I hope it is, because I really like it.
It seems to go it's got a few hours in it, and depends if you want to take your time. You can certainly spend a lot of time doing nothing in it.
I played the story mode of WWE today.
Ah.
It's horrible.
Oh,
It's really bad. I dare to say it's one of the worst things I've played
Even
since
that.
I played Bus
okay.
Simulator.
Oh, right.
And I hated Bus Simulator.
Yeah.
It made you do math.
Ah,
Not fun. And you could only follow a certain line. You couldn't like go joyride or something. You really had to play by the rules.
ah,
Just boarding game.
yeah.
It's weird. Like I went in with zero expectation. I felt like I would hate it,
Right.
but I would just wanted to try it and like confirm that I would hate it. I actually still was disappointed. It was worse than my expectations, and I kind of feel like I wanted the refund really bad, but I had the illegal version.
Ah.
It was horrific.
Hmm.
Or maybe you will like it, you know, to each your own, but I didn't like it.
Ah.
I mean, if you like following a line and
Hmm.
doing math. Any other gigs planned? Both, both Paul, Nix, and Chat.
No, apart from Download Festival. Don't think we've got anything planned now.
When you going down now?
June. I think second week of June.
That's the same week as my two concerts.
Yes. So there would not be much streaming then.
No.
Yeah, the signal is not very good at Download.
Oh, that I know from big festivals. It's completely overloaded.
Yes. I managed to get just enough data to check an email, and then that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's been a while, but that I definitely remember from the bigger festivals.
I'm hoping the signal will be better soon because I'm on the free network, and they've just been given approval to merge with Vodafone. So hopefully that means there'll be more signal because it'll be sharing the network between the two.
Your phone company's got free network?
Yeah, so THREE. So
Oh, I thought FREE.
nah.
Oh, okay. No, I thought maybe if it's free then, but it's not.
No.
Probably.
I think they called themselves free because they're one of the first in the country to have 3G.
Uh,
But now we're on 5G, and they can't really be called 5.
we used to have a record chain in my country called Free Record Shop.
Okay.
They were all paid.
Yeah.
I used to frequent it a lot
Hmm.
as a child. I think it went out
Ah.
around the time I would be like 15, 16.
Yeah. Uploaded.
You know, they had everything. That media, like DVDs, games, CDs.
Nice.
But yeah, I think there was this certain point in time where a lot of record stores they died,
Hmm.
and they thought forever because the streaming and downloading would take over, and then suddenly there's a surge again where people like to own something.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it in the UK certainly, where record stores stopped selling anything to do with vinyl, like general record stores, not like specialist stores. But they stopped doing vinyl, and now in the recent years they started having a small vinyl section,
Yeah,
and started selling record players again.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I even noticed like in like I don't know if it's in the UK, but it's definitely in like Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. It's called MediaMarkt.
Okay.
It's like one of the biggest. If it has to do with electronica, you buy it there mostly.
Right. Okay.
Always very big stores, and from consoles to games themselves to washing machines to
Oh.
other kitchen appliances to PCs, computers,
Yeah.
phones, anything that has like electricity in it, they sell it.
Yeah. We have a similar store, Curry's. So named after food, I'm assuming, or someone called Curry. But yeah, Curry's don't sell curry, but they sell everything electrical.
And like they started selling vinyl now as well, but I saw like vinyl there from last time I was there from like a band that's meant for um, 3 till 6-year-old girls.
Right.
And I was like, is that the demographic
Hmm.
to buy records now? To that kind of music. Does this sell for records? Isn't that just something your mom puts on her Spotify while she's
Hmm.
trying, to distract you? That's the kind of music it is to me.
Yeah.
And I saw like like their latest album on vinyl. There, I was like very very surprised.
Yeah.
Does that actually sell? It probably does because otherwise it wouldn't exist.
No, because vinyl's not cheap to make.
Sadly. Yes. Yeah, the band is from Belgium, but they sing in Dutch basically.
Oh.
I can barely adjust myself. They're called K3, which kind of reminds you of like triple of KKK,
Yeah.
But it's named like that because the original 3 members. This is like a kiddie band for children since I was 4 already. But when the
Right.
girls would get older, the ones that were singing, they would just get like new ones.
Right. Gotcha. Like an idol band kind of thing.
Basically, but like really meant for like the same demographic that watches the Teletubbies and Sesame Street,
Gotcha.
And I mean, I don't even think it's like the idol bands in Japan. It's just like they're not young and pretty enough anymore, so we replaced them. And this was more like the ladies being like, "Okay, I'm 45 now. I mean, kind of
Yeah.
go to something else."
Yeah. I suppose it's not something, not a career choice, really.
I mean, they probably became quite rich though.
Yeah.
Every girl in my elementary school, they had like a, did you say, a lunch box with cadre on them, and a
Gotcha.
bottle, and a t-shirt, no, the jackets, everything.
Hmm.
But at some point, they even stopped having girls that with names that started with the K, and now they still kept the name. So it's
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
well, that just now was apparently one of the first times I've been to the mine in this playthrough.
Oh.
No, that can't be. I've got to shoot.
Yeah.
I actually think I let you guys do the whole mine. I just took the rewards. Because I just got your letter from Marlon, like, I see you've been into the mine, kill 10 times, and
Hmm.
Me and Paul did a lot of the floors.
yeah, I think I only grabbed the rewards, and it doesn't count as like mining.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I say, I think I did most of my mining levels in the, oh, what do you call it? Desert mine.
Ah, yeah.
I never was into children's music as a child, anyway. I mean, it, because funny we speak about now that like 2 weeks or 1 week or 2 weeks ago I heard that the original cadre, the original three women,
Hmm.
they're doing a reunion concert, which isn't that much, meant for the current children, but meant for the nostalgic girls my age now.
Ah, gotcha.
And it's hundreds of euros a ticket.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And another band called Chips was also like for children, but less for girls and a bit more for both or for all genders.
Right, yeah.
And they also were talking about the reunion tour, and everyone was really happy, nostalgia, and we should go one more time. I was like, I never liked them when I was 4 either.
Hmm.
Maybe because my father's always been serious about music, he kind of blocked it, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chips sucks. You also see that in your chat, right, Junkie?
Yeah, yeah.
If you need translations, you just ask me.
Okay. I should not ask.
Huh?
I'm not going to ask what that is then.
Because you think it's a swear word.
I'm guessing it's a swear word.
It is.
Ah.
I mean, if you would translate it logically, it would be chips sucks.
Right.
Oh yeah, Kiss. You know, I actually enjoyed Kiss since I was really young. Also because of my father, since I was like 9 or 10. I really liked Kiss.
Hmm.
And everyone around me was like, Kiss, you mean Kiss, you really like those girls. I was like, no. It meant Kiss.
Yeah, that could be confusing.
Kiss was just the Dutch, like the Dutch answer to K3. You know, the Belgium K3, and they made less money than K3. That's basically what it was. En hij heeft Gert van Samson en Gert Sitlas niet allemaal geneukt? Like alle drie? Ik dacht dat ik dat las. Oh, okay, I thought he just did them all. ik heb ooit gehoord, nou, misschien was het over, sorry voor de Dutch, maar dat hij gewoon heel Studio 100 geneukt had. Oh, nou, I remember. Ja, By the way, Light, as a, as a child growing up in the Netherlands, have you ever been to Oud-Valkensveen? Oud-Valkensveen. I literally only went to the rewards for the for the best shoes and for the uh, star drop. When I go to other places, I just skip them. I see.
Hmm.
So I asked Light if she went to a certain amusement park in my country
Right.
called Oud-Valkensveen,
Okay.
and it's a amusement park that I, with every fiber in my being, hated.
Right.
It was just dumb, It was like it only had one roller coaster, and it was more like a very big place to like you could climb yourself and had big swings. It didn't have like the real amusement park shit. And the thing is why I've never enjoyed being there as a child. Here's the thing: my mother had a subscription to the place, and I had to go every week,
Oh wow.
every Wednesday.
Hmm.
I have yes. That one I didn't mind, but fucking Oud-Valkensveen, and then it was like Wednesday, you know. Maybe it's the same in UK, but in Wednesday elementary schools is half a day. For free at
No.
12 instead of 3.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Okay. So then it was Wednesday, most of the day free. One of my school friends would ask me when I was like 8, 9, want to come to my house and we play RuneScape or Vice City, I was like, yeah, that sounds nice. I would go outside and my mother was like, no, it's Wednesday, we go to Oud-Valkensveen.
Oh.
I'd be angry.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And everyone was like, how ungrateful are you? The child going to an amusement park. Why do you hate it? Like, I just hate the place. I want to play Vice City or RuneScape.
Hmm.
I mean, I've been to Helen. I like Hellendoorn as well. Yeah, Efteling. Efteling is like the Dutch Disney World.
Right.
It's our biggest theme park with also like its own lore and shit.
Huh?
It's quite. Next time you're here, you go with Nix and you're here for the week. I would.
Hmm.
A lot of people ask me like, you want to have like a certain Dutch experience. I would say go a day to the Efteling,
Hmm.
unless you really hate amusement parks.
No. Big fan of amusement parks.
And it's the biggest amusement park in my country, I think. Unless Walibi Worlds is a bit bigger, but that's more like an American chain anyway. It's our biggest thingy. And well, why am I talking about the Efteling? The day I love Land van Ooit. Land van Ooit was great. Mint Kok. Here's the thing: the day I got my PS3 from my father had a colleague whose husband owned a toy store,
Right.
and that meant that we could get the PS3 on release day, retail price, as in because he was friends with his colleague. He was like, her husband was like, you can, I'll save one for you. You just pay what I paid, and we're way cheaper. We had a PS3 with 3. He gave us 3 free games and an extra controller all for free. Because we're friends.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
This also meant it was a 2-hour drive.
Ah.
It wasn't just a local store in Almere. But it saves a lot of money.
Hmm.
So we went to pick up the PS3, after being a year excited for the damn thing coming.
Yeah.
We arrive home, install it, and my mother says, "Yeah, we're going to the Efteling today." And I got angry. I didn't want to go to an amusement park. I wanted my
Hmm.
PS3.
Yeah.
And everyone was also like, "You're so spoiled. What child would be angry for going to the Efteling?" But like, I won't. I mean, every day here is okay, but not PS3 day.
No.
Also, didn't help that she was invited by people I never liked,
Ah.
and I had to go with that lady and her daughter I also didn't like.
Hmm.
And they promised me that I would be home in time to play a little bit. And then they insisted on having dinner all together somewhere far in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we went home, and I was 11 back then, or 12, and it was like bedtime. And I was angry.
Ah. Yeah. Let's get rid of this auto moderated anyway, but we shall block them.
Yeah, but Land van Ooit Light was problematic for me because I took it too seriously. I mean, I love Land van Ooit, but my parents didn't love Land van Ooit because I would behave very strangely there. Land van Ooit uh, translates to the land of ever, I guess. Was like a medieval themed, fantasy themed theme park
Okay.
that claimed to be a different country.
Right.
It wasn't, of course, but it claimed to be a small country on the border of the Netherlands, and I was like 6, so I believed it.
Right.
So when I actually had my first geography test, and like officially the Netherlands is bordered by Germany and Belgium.
Ah.
When asked on this simple geography test for a 7-year-old, and they asked what countries are we bordering, I said Germany, Belgium, and Land van Ooit, because that's what the people over there told me. They even had
Yeah.
like when you cross the border to go from Belgium back to our country, it has like a certain blue sign that says "Welcome to the Netherlands."
Right.
They had
Okay.
that at their exit, so I believed it as a child.
Well, yeah, that's as you would.
Ja, hallo, ik ben Kloontje. Hoi Bart. Je bent een heukjunkies chat en je praat Nederlands.
Ah.
That's someone I know that uses your chat to talk to me now.
Ah.
But the Land van Ooit, one of their themes was children are in charge in our country, not adults. In the Netherlands, the adult is in charge of the child. In Land van Ooit, the magical world, the child is the boss of the adult.
Right. Gotcha.
And all like even like the cleaning people in that park that would work there, just doing trash cans, they would wear like medieval clothing and they would bow to children if you would walk by. But I believe this,
Yeah, that kind of sounds cool.
so I would then ask for something like in a gift store from my parents, and they would say no, and I would go completely ballistic.
Ah.
Because I was in charge that day.
Well,
Of
yeah.
course I wasn't,
No.
but I believed I was, and then it would become problematic.
Yeah. Hey Bart, how's it going there? Please do not speak Dutch. I can't understand Dutch. No, I can only just about understand Dutch.
He can.
Yeah. I've picked up some Dutch. I can't speak it, but I can kind of understand some. Hi.
Since we're the same age, Light, maybe we've been in Land van Ooit at the same time at some point.
Let's put my cheese in the fridge.
Of course I have. You know, we play together. Well, at the same time because it's not multiplayer.
Yeah, still the game I'd like to play is Kingdom Come Deliverance. So my list, ever-growing list.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, Light, it's amazing. I loved it. Maybe you would have gone ballistic towards your parents as well because you were in charge that day. I must have been like 4 or 5, maybe 6. What also fun about the Land van Ooit was that it had like um, how do you say protagonists, you know, in the lore, like a certain knight and a certain princess and a certain with everything, you know. And they also had their own TV show, and you know, you would watch this TV show as a child, and you would go to the park and you will meet them,
Oh,
you know. And it had like really legit jousting competitions, like done by stuntmen in armor. It was really cool.
nice. It does sound cool.
Yeah, and I think this started when I already knew, like, we've spoken about how I was the only child that was rooting for Hades or
Yeah,
Captain Hook or whatever, or Scar in the Disney movies.
yes.
And like the main protagonist was a knight called Ridder Granite, which is granite, like the stone.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
His name was Knight Gran, like he was as strong as, like, how do you translate this? What,
yeah.
man?
Yeah,
Maybe
if it's granite,
Granite.
yeah.
His name was Knight Granite,
Hmm,
and his like his tagline was "Stronger than me does not exist." He
nice.
was the good guy, and his bad guy was Rak de Reiger, which means Rak the Stork, and his symbol. He was a black knight with a stork on his shield, and
Ah,
Ridder Granite had a swan. But of course, I was 4, and I was the only one obsessed with Rak de Reiger.
hmm.
And then you would be standing in line in Land van Ooit, and Rak de Reiger would walk by, and all the children would flee because he was evil, and then always Ridder Granite would come save. And I was the only one that, as a fanboy, like ran towards Rak de Reiger, and I would hate the good guy.
Yeah,
I remember my parents trying to force me to be nice to the normal people, and not only the bad guys that were meant to be hated.
yeah.
I just like dark things, even when 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
They self-live Newbert.
Yeah, if you like kind of medieval stuff, there's quite a lot of it in the UK.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it's not only, and all of Europe.
Hmm.
We're not US.
Oh no. The only thing in the UK, there's some places will charge you a lot of money to experience it. Like our closest castle will charge you a lot of money just to kind of go into the castle and look around, and then we'll have like not jousting shows and have sometimes they have like a little village set out on the grass outside the castle that looks like it would have done back then, with people trading and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, found a star drop.
Nice.
Oh, and galaxy sword as well.
If you have 25k and you want a new star drop, the sewers are open. You can buy from.
I
Krubus.
thought it were 20k. Oh, I forgot that was what I put down for it.
You found a star drop. Your mind is filled with thoughts of Paul.
Oh,
Right.
it was
But
coffee
sometimes
before.
it tastes like, so then it gets a bit weird. I remember my first time playing Stardew, it just asks you your favorite thing, not your favorite food. So I just put in, I think I put in kittens,
Right.
and I found a
I had
Star
to
Drop.
choose animals.
It said, the taste reminds you of kittens. I was like, I don't want that. I'm trying to do the cleanup for Linus,
Oh, yes.
but I just won't get any trash.
You should go to the lava floor.
Oh yeah, lava floor. I was doing normal water floor, but it's lava floor. That's the one that's horrible.
Yes.
80?
100 dacht ik.
100? 100. Yeah, Land van Ooit got bankrupt at some point.
Ah,
But most of it is still there, but very degraded and like overgrown now.
ah, that's a shame.
And a lot of like drone enthusiasts like to make videos there. I've seen, and you see all like the castle all like all green.
Hmm. I suppose it would make for quite a cool like video set, I suppose.
Yeah. Also, there one was this rap duo. Dutch rap duo. Light knows what I'm talking about. That thought it was very funny to make a rap duo themed for pedophilia,
Right.
and they named themselves after the theme park Land van Ooit,
Right.
and their stage names were based on Land van Ooit characters,
Ah.
and they got sued by the
Hmm.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
I always wondered if it was the same guys as Master Movies, by the way, Light. And their music was used in some of the videos, and some of the voice types, they sounded similar. Or at least friends of them, you know. Yeah. I mean, I still remember the shame I felt on King's Day when Lorenza was publicly rapping one of their songs, while I
You
was
probably
trying,
did.
while I was trying to buy a PS2 game from a 7-year-old girl. He was standing next to me rapping a song about pedophilia.
Ah. Yeah.
Your father didn't look happy.
Oh,
No.
And I can't blame him.
that's the singer of my Young Lights band, and he can be weird.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. No, he has sometimes trouble with knowing how to behave in public.
Hmm. Yes, but there's some people are just oblivious to situations.
I don't think he tried to do it to be edgy. He just
No, he just
Just
didn't
did it.
realise. You know, exactly. This is not the time and the place to be doing that.
no. But is there ever?
Probably not.
Well, there is never a time or a place to sing that song, but it could always get worse.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Gele haas en kost met een snor. After this is last day already, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
That was fast.
it was.
Yes, but
I think we probably lost a day, didn't we?
yeah, we at least lost one day, yeah, so that makes it feel a bit faster. How are your life plans this week?
I think it should be live Wednesday and Friday. But there's a game I might stream on Wednesday. It's actually coming out on Wednesday. It's a remaster of an old PlayStation 1 game.
Sorry, I was laughing because of you, but Light sent me something in private,
Ah,
and I cannot repeat it because it's in private. For that reason.
of course.
But which game?
It's a game called Croc. It's about a little croc that's been raised by these little fluffy things.
You know that.
Yeah, it's the remaster comes out on Wednesday, I think. Just going to double check it now. It's my
Yeah, not at all.
wish list. There it is.
I have a story about because it was actually exactly that one crocodile.
Hmm.
When I say that one friend, both you and Light immediately know who it is.
Yes.
Who used to hire me for the artwork.
Hmm.
And this particular time, he paid me money to make an artwork of a insect,
Right.
insect body,
Hmm.
and like some backstory, like the background explanation. If you hire me, there's two options: or you have an idea and I will work with your idea, but your idea needs to be quite specific, because if you say that's not completely my idea, then it's your fault because you didn't explain your idea to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my 3 chance rule as well. I mean, I can make mistakes, of course. That's why I have to give every client 3 chances. But after the third chance, to say it's still not good, then you do something wrong with your explaining.
Of course. Yeah.
The other one is if people tell me, yeah, I like your art style, I trust you, just give me something, then you will get something.
Hmm.
And if you say I don't like it, then you should have told me what you did like.
Yes.
Anyway, this guy tells me, get me an insect. So I
Hmm.
say, what insect? You know, how many
Hmm.
types of insects exist?
Yes.
He said, doesn't matter. You pick. I started off with a beetle.
Yeah.
Wasn't right. I said, what one do you want? It's not like it's in my head. I said, what is in your head? That I don't know. But I want a different one. Okay,
Hmm.
second try, a wasp. Yeah, it's not good enough. I don't want that one. I was like, okay, here's your last chance. You know, the 3 chances rule.
Yeah.
What do you want? Kind of insect.
Hmm.
Long story. I mean, after a very long conversation, he finally said, okay, I'll find the type of insect I have in my head and send it to you. And he sent me a picture of a crocodile. And specifically the one from Croc.
Right.
And I remember slamming my Mac just I closed it and I went to do something else for 2 weeks.
Hmm. Oh no. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that would be very frustrating.
You know who it is, by the way, like you know who it is.
Then it got actually worse. You finally made like the crocodile body, and then he said it wasn't mechanical enough.
Like, you never told me to make it a robot insect crocodile. You know what my final solution was? I said, would you like the insect to wear a sweater?
Right.
Because it had to have a human head, but that part was, but the body had to be insect. It was like, do you want the body to wear a nice pink sweater? And he was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I just drew a most basic sweater.
Right.
And he asked, is there a body underneath? I said, yeah, there is. I told him, and he was like, okay, it's fine. And then he went with it.
Right. Well, that's a nice way to get out of it.
He once hired me to do something, and he told me that he wanted me to draw tentacles
Hmm.
first, and then he wanted me to them to be underground and to draw the floor on top of them to be invisible, but he wanted them to be there.
Right.
When I gave him the final product, he asked me, "Are there underground tentacles?" I said, "Yes."
Yeah.
Oh, and one time he asked me if I could read, he sent me a picture of a plane,
Right.
and then asked me if I could. Because it's getting specific. I don't want him to watch now.
Hmm.
He's not here. So he asked me, "Can you redraw this plane in such a way I can't see the difference from the original picture?
Right.
I'll pay you for that." But it had to be so completely one-on-one the same, you wouldn't see the difference.
Right.
I said, "I can do that."
Hmm.
I saved his picture, waited a day, and sent him the same picture back. And I said, "Do you see any difference?" He said, "No, no, good job." Okay, thank you. And he gave me money.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, if you get me those kind of assignments, it's to be expected.
yeah. No, for the amount of time he's wasted of yours, I think that's fair. But yeah, like yeah, Croc is a classic. I remember playing Croc for ages. Absolutely loved it.
I would definitely love to see that, yes.
But yeah, I think it comes out on Wednesday. In which case, I'll stream it Wednesday.
Nice.
But they've improved the controls because when Croc was in development, they had nearly finished the game, and Sony decided to release the joysticks on their controllers.
Yeah.
But the game was nearly finished,
Yeah.
so they couldn't properly put it in there, and the controls were like really awkward. But the remaster actually has proper controls in it now.
Yeah.
So that's going to be much easier rather than trying to navigate around with the D-pad. Which it's not fun.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Thursday I'll be playing Zelda again.
Nice. I'm going to try and tune in, but I'm always busy on Thursdays.
And make yourself on busy.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always out of the house when you start streaming.
And just don't leave, it can be easy.
Life would be simple.
Yep. I miss COVID sometimes. I actually do. But I understand other people didn't. I just
Yeah.
I've always been very focused on making my surroundings very comfortable for myself,
Yeah.
to a point I don't like leaving them. So when there was a time that I didn't have to, I really didn't have to anymore, I was kinda very okay with that.
Yeah, that's understandable. You go, well, I'm quite happy here, and I don't have to leave, and I can't leave. I'm good.
I mean, during COVID, I still lived with my parents on the attic. I mean, I was literally just saying, like, in my current situation, COVID would have been so much better than back then for me.
Right, yeah.
Maybe they should bring it back. Or something else.
Yeah, it won't be too long before there's something else out there, I reckon.
Bird flu they start getting contagious to humans. So
Yeah, they found it in a sheep. Yeah.
there's been a couple of, actually quite a lot of cows and sheep. I think even pigs. And even cats can get infected, but the chances of like cats getting infected is pretty low. You have to be like around the infected birds a lot.
Right.
And in US, even some people got infected through their cats.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good.
So we may have another virus coming.
By the way, I feel like you said something about maybe having time for art game last Saturday, but I completely forgot. So I hope I didn't. Was it no show?
Oh, no. No, I was too busy last Saturday.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll have to see what time we have on this Saturday. It depends what I'm doing with Nick's worker.
Whenever you can is fine, but suddenly I was like, oh, didn't you say you had time last Saturday? But I completely forgot and I didn't. I mean,
Nah, that's okay. Yeah,
Saturday my time.
I ended up not having time anyway.
Okay, good. Yeah, same.
But it's only a little bit. I can even send you like a little bit, some few bits in advance for you to look at, and then it's kind of there to talk about.
Really cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be. It's going to be doing things that's already been done, but I think we've done all the complicated, like stuff that's new to me.
Yeah,
And
but last time you said that we had big arrows.
yes, but yeah, I think we've finally got rid of the big arrows. But you can say that every time.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, it's over when it's over.
Yeah, I haven't heard from the museum yet. So I hope she's fine. I mean, the lady's 80, so you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's sick. I'll send a message tomorrow. Yeah, this was last day.
Yes.
Zelda Thursday, not after this. I have some stuff to do before tomorrow.
And so
Now
yeah,
I'm done with those. Sorry?
and you can see I'm going to try and play Croc on Wednesday.
I hope so. I really would love to see that. And the insect game.
Yes.
I was very just like done. I was like, I just couldn't anymore.
No.
Because this was around. Wait, okay, because this gets more personal. So let me check again. He's not there. This was around the time where he wasn't allowed to. No, he was, but he. Anyhow, he told me he had to give me his money always in cash, not by bank transfer.
Gotcha.
And the first time I went to pick it up at his home, it was about 300 euros. So I drove to his home and got the money.
Right.
Also because he also bought a photo session from me, like, so I had to go to his house anyway. So that was okay-ish. And the second time I told him was in art, like in my art academy. I'll be done with school this hour. It's a 50 minutes travel to the train station. You can see me there. And around 3 hours before I was, finished with school, he suddenly runs into my classroom.
Right.
I never told him the address, or my schedule, whatever.
Right.
Throws the money on my desk, looks around at everyone, says something weird, and he runs away again.
Right.
And I had to explain that to my classmates. Which made me, from that moment on, make him go to a completely different city.
Yeah.
On days I was free, and I would travel to that same city, and we would exchange money there because he's not allowed in my house.
Yeah.
My mother forbade me. She don't like him.
No, I can understand that.
Then later on, I saw him during like a Skype call, Discord call, I can't remember which one, doesn't matter. Saw him pay something with like bank transfer. I was like, what you doing? He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm buying this and that. I was like, okay. But why don't you pay me like that?
Yeah.
And he told me, oh, I thought this was only allowed if you bought digital music or digital games.
Right.
I was like, who told you that? He told me he didn't know.
Hmm.
And when I asked him, why do we always do so much trouble and you can just send me money through that? He told me, good question. And there was also a point where I slapped my computer again and I ignored him for a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I can fully understand that.
He's angry at me at the moment, by the way, so that's why I'm a bit complaining. He can be very jealous.
Right. Yeah.
And he was producing some stuff, and when he doesn't like my produced music now, so he's been he's been a bit bitchy. So then I'm also not that afraid he's watching stream.
Right.
Well, I will kill the game, humans.
Okay.
We'll be back next week with either this or if people want Minecraft, then it would be fine as well.
Cool. Sounds good.
So
Yeah, see what we feel next week. Quite happy to carry on with this.
I mean, like I said some time ago, once in a while we need to do at least one Minecraft because
Yeah.
I can start it up from time to time, but if we don't get it in our system at some point, I will also forget, and then
True.
we lose a complete server.
Yeah.
Even though I make backups, you never know that the same month
True.
that it's been deleted. I mean, I don't have the last backup anymore because my Windows died, remember? I mean, two
Yeah.
things can happen at the same time,
True.
so I kind of want to...
Yes.
It's okay, but I don't have emote spots anymore in my thing, and Paul has 0.
Just keeping the bots away for the last seconds.
Cool. Yeah. Second of April. Croc is so that's gonna be on Wednesday.
That's
Yeah.
epic. Yeah, I would love to see that.
But yeah, I'm not sure how much it'll cost, but don't care. I'm gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, nostalgia makes you buy things.
Yes.
Have you also once had like that you bought something out of kind of like nostalgia? Well, you never played it yourself, but you were always like interested in that one game in the store, but you never had the money, you never allowed the parents.
Yeah, I've done that.
And now you're adult and you see like a remaster on Steam, you're like, okay, nostalgia kicks in, but it's also a new adventure to me. Like I had that with Kotick for Switch and with Blood Rain.
There's a few games I bought, especially on GOG. There's like, oh, I always wanted that, never played it, and then sort of I feel like it's kind of like the hype has gone a little bit, but I've still bought copies of it, and I've looked and think, maybe it was.
GOG like legal?
Yeah. What they do is They would take they mainly take old games from like old Windows, and then they'll like patch the games themselves to make sure they work on modern Windows.
Yeah.
So they have their own like patch developers working for them that will make the games. They get the license from the original licensed people, and then they will patch them and make them work.
No, I understand now. This is GOG.
Yeah.
The torrent for game site I have in my mind is GGG.
Ah, gotcha. No.
It's kind
With GOG, they were selling Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2, but Blizzard didn't like that anymore, so they had to like take it off there. But they promised anyone that's already bought a copy of Warcraft 1 or Warcraft 2, they will keep releasing patches to make sure they work with every new Windows. But they obviously can't sell new copies of it because Blizzard will kick off.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I used to be a big Blizzard fan.
Mm.
I played WoW, I played the Warcraft RTSs, I played Starcraft, I played
Mm.
Diablo. And I kind of got fed up with the company.
Yeah, they're not what they used to be.
No, all those games you get microtransactions. Like I have a hardbound copy of StarCraft 2,
Oh, nice.
and it used to be just like a normal RTS. You have like a campaign, you have like the normal skirmish mode, and you have online. And I reinstalled it, and I completely deleted the offline version and made it very microtransaction-ish, and
Yeah, they apparently.
actually,
So yeah, carry on.
I actually ended up deinstalling it and torrenting a old version like from 6 years ago, and then I could still play my skirmish.
Ah, yeah. I was. It's pretty much the same with Warcraft 3, because they weren't selling Warcraft 1 or 2 on Blizzard, but they started selling Warcraft 3 remastered, and they've done this. They've done pretty much the same thing where they've tried to make a bit more money out of it, and they deactivated. They stopped you from buying the original Warcraft 3. So I've had to find a copy of the original so I can still play it as it was and not without this extra stuff in it,
Yeah,
which is a shame.
yeah. I mean, 'cause I was really into like anything Blizzard lore based, the whole Warcraft or Starcraft or Diablo lore, and it just became microtransaction mobile like games. All
Yeah.
I've heard WoW Classic actually feels like old WoW, but current one is. I've heard they kind of like were feeling they were biting themselves, like losing money because they were making so many microtransaction based shit in WoW that with the newest expansions they kind of brought it back.
Hmm.
I've actually seen like WoW was like draining from players and everyone was going to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. I've seen they're just trying to just milk the player base, and they're just not having it anymore.
And I've actually seen Final Fantasy 14 players go back to WoW, so something got to be good again.
Hmm.
But
No, I was tempted to install Classic WoW and just play it like it used to be, but nah, I'm not getting into that.
no, if you're gonna MMO, you play Final Fantasy with me.
Yeah, if I'm going to do any MMO, it'll probably be that, but maybe no more MMOs for a long time.
I was clean for at least 15 years.
Hmm.
No,
No, that's
that can't be true. 10.
10 years. That's pretty good going.
Yeah, 10. I mean, I was definitely when I was 15. I still played WoW when I was 18, so I'm not 32. So I was clean for like 9 or 10 years, and then Final Fantasy. But I haven't played 14 in like 3 months. So
Oh. Yeah, I don't have the time to play like offline games that are their own online games. So it would not be worth it for me.
but my cat needs insulin, so I'll say
Yes.
goodbye and I'll talk to you off
Yeah.
stream.
Okay.
And I hope to see some clock because I like those games.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you for the games.
Good night, guys. Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
I have no online friends now, so we just go.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Thursday for Zelda.
Next, I'll speak to you shortly.
Yes, speak to you shortly.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, folks. Thank you for joining us today. The lovely bit of Stardew Valley. We'll hopefully be doing a bit more Stardew next Monday. But Wednesday we're looking to do Croc Legend of the Gobbos. So remastered. That's going to be fun. I'll be able to play in that. So I hope to see you then. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, enjoy your week, and I shall see you all on Wednesday. Hope you have a good night. Good night.